What's your birthday?
Yeah, you know that 4-acre horse ranch they used to have? I sold it 22 years ago to my
Oh,
father.
yeah.
He now made it into a vineyard, so it's a.
Right.
Yeah, the guy that does the wine, and that's where I'm having it, that's where I'm
Oh,
having it.
wow.
Were you having what? My party at his house.
That's what day?
At John Free's.
18th?
19th, Sunday.
19th, Sunday.
I have to wait till my daughter gets back from Europe.
What place did you see in New York? I don't think you told us.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about that. I've heard wrong partner with New York. She didn't want to see any plays.
Oh,
And I was there 6 nights, and I usually see 2 plays a night. So I'm not happy. I would never go to New York.
Did you go, did you see anything?
Only one off Broadway wasn't that great. I can't remember. But I'm gonna go back to another.
There's an organization, I can't, it's not the TKTS, it's another one.
Okay.
It might be Audience Extras.
Oh.
And they, like, when you become a member for the year, pay like pennies on the dollar to see plays, and then all these, maybe it might be worth it getting the membership for $100 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then when you're there the week, you can see multiple things a day.
I had a list of 9 plays. I said any of these would make me happy.
So usually you get good food.
She's unbending.
Good food.
And get started. Okay. All right. And you're recording? Yes. Great, thanks, Ronnie. Okay, welcome everyone to the East Richmond Heights Municipal Advisory Council. First, let's do our roll call. Vice Chair Curtis.
Here.
Council Member Yang.
Yeah, can you wait? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go the last name.
Okay, sorry.
Havlinek is excused. Councilmember DeWitt.
Here.
Councilmember Superior.
Here.
Okay, thank you. Let's do the treasurer's report, Ronnie.
Yes.
We are currently at $2,137.
Okay. And then the fiscal year for this ends when? June, the end of June. Okay, all right. So then we have looking for a motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting. I went through, I didn't notice anything unusual this time. Any discussion? Okay.
I see now there was a link there. I didn't notice that. I was looking around for it to look at it. Not that like my memory doesn't work that well, but
Well, it's page 4 or 5.
I know, but my point is I see this link here now
Yeah.
in the email. I didn't see it earlier. But I didn't look.
Oh, okay. So motions from someone, please.
Oh,
Second.
Okay. All right, any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the minutes are approved. All right, we'll go to item 4. First is presentation by our Supervisor John Joya's office, Ronnie.
I'm gonna use the pulpit like I'm a grandfather back in the church.
Isn't it nice?
I mean, you know, it's here. I just like to.
That's great.
So just a few items for. I'm sorry, I can't do this. I'm gonna actually not use it because I feel like I sound like a mic and like a towel, like a union.
Like singers.
Look like the Lord and the choir. So the first item that we have for tonight is the proposed temporary sales tax measure. And so the Board of Supervisors has voted to place a temporary 5-year, 5.8 cent tax, sales tax measure on June of this year, 2026. The proposed measure is intended to help offset anticipated programs. And so approved by voters, the funding will help protect essential services, including Medi-Cal coverage for up to around 90,000 residents and maintain food assistance programs for more vulnerable populations throughout the county. So this measure will be temporary and would sunset after 5 years. And jumping down to our Community Impact Fund update, our District 1 Community Impact Fund program has received strong interest from organizations across West Contra Costa District 1. So by strong, I mean over 220 applications. was submitted for this grant for up to $50,000 each. And so we're currently reviewing proposals to identify projects that provide meaningful community benefit. So funding recommendations are expected within the next month-ish. It's gonna take us a while to get through all of those 200 plus applications. And so finally, the filing period has closed for candidates seeking to run in the June 2026 primary election. The current county assessor and county auditor did not file for re-election. And so that means that those positions will appear on the ballot this coming June. And for our district here, District 1, Supervisor Joya refiled for re-election, and no other candidates filed to run for the seat. So, yeah, we'll be here for another 4 years. So you'll be seeing my mug for the next 4 years. So that concludes my announcements for this month.
Okay, thank you. Now, so Gus Kramer is not running again. Is there people that have applied for that, or you know? Yes, I do. Yeah.
The sales tax, when does that go into effect? Does it need a voter to vote on it?
If approved, it goes through immediately.
Okay, so you go through immediately, okay.
All right, Ronnie, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Okay, let's go to Lieutenant Fitzgerald with the Sheriff Department. Welcome.
Feel free to keep it covered.
Cheers.
Hi, good evening, Brian Fitzgerald, Sheriff's Office. So the month of February, there was 58 calls for service in East Richmond Heights, which generated a total of 8 reports. Things of note, there's 1 residential burglary, 1 vandalism.
Oh, the second one,
Vandalism.
okay.
The rest of them were tows and
Okay.
services.
Can I ask you the address of that burglary?
That was on Bernard,
Where's mine?
6400 block.
54,
60.
64, okay.
Pretty calm.
Anymore.
So I had heard right near us on Alpine that they exhumed some bodies out of the ground. Do you know anything about this?
You know when that occurred?
It occurred, I want to say July sometime.
July of 25.
Yeah. Right, Lizzie? I think it was around July.
Yeah, I think so.
And we just want the neighborhood just wants some information on, I mean, the information we got was that they'd been there for decades, but it would be nice to kind of know so we can all write our, true detective stories.
It might be North Arlington.
What?
On
Might be
Alpine?
North Arlington.
Oh,
In North Arlington, right? That little,
Arlington and Alpine.
We're assuming these are human bodies, not like animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do a little research and get back to you.
Thank you.
I have a question. You and I were talking about that Kensington Avenue issue again. And who did we discuss about that car that's sitting there? Do we have him?
yes. I would ask.
Okay, so Kensington Avenue doesn't go through.
Where it turns off and Richmond
Turns off of
Express.
Kensington Avenue and then it was planned to go to Arlington Boulevard. There is an abandoned vehicle there and it's just sort of decaying and it never gets towed away.
It's been tagged in the past.
Okay, what's the make, model, color?
I think it's a silver SUV, maybe a BMW. I never put anything to write all that stuff down. I think that's right.
I think it is.
It's you can see it if you go up Kensington Avenue on the right hand side if you're going up.
Just going
It's
up
not
just
as
past
bad as
Sequoia. Right.
Like on the side of the neighbor's driveway.
That's actually where Kensington Avenue goes. It turns that way and it does go up to where it's been fenced off.
Let's take a look.
Thank you.
And I did, one of your deputies was up, about several weeks ago, but I saw him and I asked him about a car that has been, looks like it had been dumped on Olive, and he said that I guess it had been tagged and people moved it a few inches. So, and he said, yeah, I know, and the tags on it are scratched off, but it's been sitting there now since a year ago.
Yeah.
One tires are on blocks.
No, yeah, it's on tires, but also because during the rain, all of the mud went underneath it and there's garbage and trash under it. Somebody, I guess, living around there owns it.
Cross Street on Olive?
It's, yeah, a Kensington. Yeah,
And it's
Problem area.
it's a dark SUV.
By the way, that car, I was talking about, I'm like, the tires are like flat. It's been there for years, not just a couple months.
Yes. I unfortunately did not see the details about Royer's question on the boats and stuff. Did that get answered?
No, it hasn't been,
This would be in the Hasbro.
this is Royer and Lizzie have been communicating with you, Ronnie, about the RVs. We've got RVs that are, you know, they have the boot on them, they're tagged, and nothing is really happening at all. I think they're just like moved a little way. And I feel like it's going back and forth between the sheriffs and who else, Lizzie?
Code enforcement.
Code enforcement?
Nobody. I mean, I've talked to the sheriff twice. And this has been going on for months. Like one of the RVs was tagged in November. It's still there. So I'm not really sure like what to do next.
Yeah, I think that what I'm reading, what Lizzie and Royer are writing is that it's bouncing back and forth between code enforcement and the sheriffs, and so we don't know, like, do we just need to go a step further to get some sort of ordinance or some sort of something on the books so that it doesn't have to bounce back and forth and nothing happen?
Yeah, I'll reach out to code enforcement and see what they have on it. So the city or county ordinance, basically, vehicle can't sit parked for more than 72 hours, but we can't, or if it is, once it moves, that restarts the clock. And if it's just kind of like some of the other vehicles are just getting inched along, it kind of, we're at a certain point where, like, you can't, because it's the county ordinance and they've moved it, and it's not sitting in the same location anymore.
Well, it is.
I'll talk to code enforcement and see what.
There are these, I don't know that they're actually, I think that they're the attachments, or not even like big vehicles, they're the big attachments. Things.
You mean trailers?
Maybe that.
Like a fifth wheel.
Fifth wheel.
Huh?
Like a
Yeah, like
fifth
a
wheel.
And what's the location on this one again?
Same as the XUs.
Yeah, well, the code, I have been in communication with code enforcement, and they have about 10 cases that are currently open. I did get an update earlier this afternoon, and what did it say? The boat trailer parked on 6100 North Arlington has been removed. And then regarding the trailer on the corner of North Arlington and Clement, I believe someone is supposed to, Officer Edgar is supposed to be getting back to me in regards to that issue. But they do have a number of cases that are open. So
I can talk to Edgar and see if he doesn't get back to you in a timely manner, I'll make sure he reads it off.
Thank you.
Podium was very helpful.
All our high crime
What?
problem.
The podium was very helpful for him.
Isn't it
How do
great?
you know it was her idea?
It was actually Joanne's.
Oh, it was.
All right, any other questions for the sheriff's department?
If the vehicle got towed, what are you guys gonna do with it? You have a kind of a compound lot to park those vehicles, or what's gonna happen
For
after
the vehicles that are parked there,
Yeah,
like they get towed, if they're in violation, they can be towed. And then it's up to the owner to go get them out of the yard, pay fees and all that. We don't have a place that we store them,
okay, the tow yard, okay, got it, thank you.
Okay, anything else for the sheriff's department? Liz?
Yeah, I just wanted to try to finish the issues that we're having with the vehicles in public right of way. So they are trailers and RVs in public right of way. And this has been going on since December at least. And I'm going in circles. I know that it's not code enforcement at this point because it's on the street and like you said, 72 hours is the max that they can be there. So could I get a person that I could communicate with just to try to like finish this ongoing spreadsheet of issue that we've been dealing with? Because like Ronnie, you've communicated with us, but it's kind of gone on for months, and I just would like to have somebody that I can reach out to who
Is there
can help.
contact info from the other board?
I can give you,
All right, and then it's just like pass to everybody, and I'll have one of our community service officers reach out to you, because that's their specialty as far as towing, abandoned vehicles, things like that go.
Okay, you guys have a bad connection. I'm pretty sure it's on your end. So I'm getting like every second word. I think Bara said that she would help be like a intermediary. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
To that bill.
yeah, I have it on my phone, do you have?
Okay, thank you, Lieutenant Fitzgerald.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't see Richmond Police and I don't see CHP online with us, so we will go to Contra Costa County Fire Protection District.
Hello, Chair Sargent. Can you hear me okay?
Really can, yes.
Great. So, hello, Chair. Hello, council members. It's a pleasure to be with you this evening. I have 3 updates. First is the Girls Empowerment Camp. The Girls Empowerment Camp is a free 2-day camp held on May 2nd and 3rd for teens ages 14 to 18. The Girls Empowerment Camp introduces young women to the fire service and provides campers with a realistic, hands-on overview of firefighting and exposure to all aspects of public safety, career opportunities in the fire service. Additionally, the program empowers campers with life skills and professional guidance to encourage them to pursue a career in public safety. The camp is held at our Contra Costa Fire Training Center in Concord. And I'll put more information, the email contact, and registration opens on April 1st at 9 a.m. Again, I'll put the registration and the information contact into the chat, and I'll send that off to Ronnie, so he'll have that readily available to him. The second topic is weed abatement deadlines. So the basic objective in Contra Costa County and our weed abatement program is to eliminate the incidence of exterior fires that are attributed to hazardous vegetation, such as cured grass, weeds, shrubs, combustible debris, such as paper, cardboard, plastics, and where possible, to reduce the severity of fire where it cannot be eliminated. It is the parcel owner's responsibility to eliminate exterior fire hazards from their own parcel, which may also endanger their neighbors and the community at large. Every parcel owner, regardless of property type, including residential, commercial, and vacant land, is ultimately responsible for managing the hazardous vegetation on their parcel and ensuring that the hazardous vegetation meets the Contra Costa County Fire Protection District's minimum weed abatement standards. In West County, the weed abatement deadline is June 1st of this year, 2026. This includes the following communities: East Richmond Heights, El Sobrante, Hercules, North Richmond, Rodeo, San Pablo, unincorporated Pinole, Terra Hills, and Maltolvin Manor. More information about our weed abatement deadline is available on our website. I'll put the link into the chat and also send that off to Ronnie for more information. Finally, the Zone Zero Regulatory Committee Workshop. The meeting is now scheduled for April 23rd. I'll put more information into the chat of the link where you can find more information and materials for that workshop. The materials have yet to be posted, but at least you'll have the link to monitor that leading up to the April 23rd meeting. With that, I'll open the floor for questions from the council.
Any questions?
Yeah, I have a question about this girls empowerment camp.
Yeah.
Is it something that the participants get a stipend, or or what, can you just give me a little bit of an overview of how you're attracting them?
A stipend. Can you explain to me what you're meaning there?
I mean, that if they attend, they get paid. Like, or is this something that they pay to attend? Or is it just free and they get a t-shirt? Like what's,
It is a free 2-day camp, so there is no fee for entry or participation.
do they get like a certificate or something at the end?
You know, that's a good question. I will find out, and most likely you'll get an email back from either our PIO or our Girls Empowerment Camp email.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That's a great idea.
Sure. Okay.
And have you talked to all the high school around the, like in the area, like maybe just send an email to their principal and tell them about the camp? I think for the age group, it's just probably easier if it goes through school emails.
Sure, this is an excellent opportunity to plug our social media accounts, right? So monitoring that social media account, I know that the information is sent out from our PIO, so she has a distribution list and that information is forwarded out.
High schools might also have newspapers. They might have some folks that they have a paper, so that would be a good way to reach.
That's a great idea. I'll let the PIO know. Thanks.
Okay, we have a question, Frank.
So I last week received information on my door about fire prep. Is that related to the inspections you were doing or a different program?
I'm sorry, it was cutting in and out. I didn't hear all of that. Ronnie,
think
can you?
Package of educational material on my doors.
They've been,
Yeah.
it's the stuff that we talked about last time.
Took another picture somewhere.
Yeah, I'm asking more, just more details about.
Oh, you received the door hanger. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Yes,
Sure. And this is Frank that's asking the question?
Yep.
friend.
Frank.
Our Frank?
No.
I'm sorry, I can't see who's speaking.
Fran, the historian.
Friend.
Oh, Fran, great. Fran, thank you so much for asking that question. I know there's contact information on the report and or door hanger. Have you gotten any response?
I'm just wondering if all the households get that, is that?
Yeah,
just the
We
program?
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, households in the very high fire hazard severity zone. Yeah.
You didn't get anything on the door yet?
No,
Or in the mailbox?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, I got a letter.
And I know a lot of people asked recently, they got specific letters, which I assume was an inspection program.
Yeah, that was representative that actually went up Arlington, and those of us in this area all got them on Halloween last year, October 31st. Okay, any other questions for the fire district?
Just back to the girls' camp. It's age 14 through 18?
Yes.
Okay.
And could you repeat the April 23rd meeting and what, a workshop at what time?
Oh, they haven't told us a time. They just said April 23rd, and that's why I'm adding in the website. I don't have the time yet. They haven't released the time or the virtual option for signing in. So I'll put the website into the chat and also provide it to Ronnie. And of course, as soon as I have that information, I would report back to the MAC.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just would like to say I have the highest regard for Chief Louis Burchard, and I know he's retiring. Is he going out with any kind of a public event someplace?
There was during the fire board meeting there was a very touching comment period by the board, and we will miss him. I have often looked to him for guidance along with all the members of leadership, but having him at the helm, I know he'll be missed. We wish him well in his retirement, though.
All right. Okay, anything else for the fire district? All right, Michelle, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we don't have discussion items, but I'm going to add one when we get to public comment. Okay, I didn't think of this and I should have had Ronnie put it on there. Let's do our subcommittee report, Jinwei?
Yeah. So we had a review of project. Let me just give me a minute. Let me find out the information on my email. Okay, so the address is 6418 Claremont Avenue, Richmond, California 94805. And then the owner is looking to build a garage, like prefabricated garage in the back of the house. And we reviewed the project, everything seems good. We send in comments just to say, make sure the driveway will be paved and the prefabricated garage will be painted. So it's a kind of a conditional approval.
So they have the proper setbacks?
They have proper setbacks and everything. We were both a little confused why this even need a review since they, I think the owner said the neighbor was complaining about it and so that's why it's sent for review, yeah.
All right, any questions from anybody? Okay, is that the only one, Jinwei?
Yeah.
Items, speakers for upcoming meetings, anyone have any comments for that? I know we usually.
I would
talk
like
about
to discuss, we're gonna have the art festival in August.
That's what I'm going to talk
That's
about,
what I figured.
but I can't legally put that in there until public speaking, so. Anything else on, future agenda items? Okay, we don't have a historical presentation, but I know that we've been talking about it and that it's on its way. They'll have one again coming up soon. So, public comment on any item, I'd like to first open it up for anyone here that has anything they want to talk about that was not an agenda item tonight.
Oh, I want to revisit the Kensington Avenue issue.
Okay,
There's gotta be somebody either paying taxes on that property or not paying taxes on that property. So,
you mean the part fenced off?
well, all of that, that they say, oh, somebody owns this land, nobody owns this land. Somebody's either paying taxes or not paying taxes. If they're not paying tax, nobody's paying taxes, then somebody could just like swoop in and.
That's what happened. And then,
Yeah, but
we had that meeting.
paying for it. I remember that.
That's correct. We had a meeting with the county. The whole thing is sitting with Public Works.
It's sitting there.
They have all the paperwork. They had to make a decision on what they were gonna do about it. That included reopening the path that was illegally fenced off.
So basically, they have a work order, but there's no deadline.
It's up to them to make a decision, we've submitted everything, including many neighbors.
Right.
That all had something to say about it. That was a public path on public property, and the county said, well, we never made it an official road. Okay, so obviously what happened here is there is a person who took that property, fenced it off, sold that property to a person who had no idea that they don't actually own their backyard. And they're not being assessed for it. And all of that, we had these hearings, they were public. And all that information is sitting with the county, so.
The statute of limitations pass.
I don't know, it was been at least 5 years since it was fenced
In
up.
the property next to the foundation, next to the temple, right?
No,
No,
this is up,
that's-
this is up across the street from my house on Kensington Avenue.
And then which is across the street?
Well, it's closest to Sequoia, I guess.
Sequoia.
Between Sequoia and Palm.
Between Sequoia and Palm.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't know that there was some action done. I thought it was just dropped.
There was a whole extensive pages and pages of information. Supervisor Joya was there, the sheriff was there, Public Works was there, several people with the county and.
Well, I was there, I mean,
Yeah.
when they were on site, yeah, as far as I knew, everybody was gonna go off and do something and then.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we, nobody has said anything back to us on that. And I don't know where else to go with that.
It sounds like a fraudulent sale, whoever sold it didn't, the title wasn't correct, it
It's not,
sounds
it's still not, it's not, you know, that.
Well, it's a non-disclosure item for the seller to
And
not tell the buyer, right?
well, and with the real estate person that sold
I
that.
would say.
Right,
some-
well, they get a plat map, you know, with the preliminary title report, it has a plat map to show where the values are.
Seller's liable, I would think.
Yeah,
So it's been 5 years.
but I'm surprised that other people living on that road aren't throwing a fit, because that seems like a health and safety item.
Yeah, our initial concern was you're closing off the only path between an extremely long block
Exactly.
when they fenced it off.
And it's
That
it's pretty narrow when people
You know.
park on it too,
And
as far as, you know, fire trucks getting in and out. I'm surprised nobody else on that block is throwing a fit about it.
so I don't know what else to do other than Ronnie, we could ask Public Works. I guess you might want to ask Supervisor Joy, nobody has ever made a decision on
Yeah, he
that.
was there, so.
And
Could you ask him if
see,
he
it
can follow up?
leads to the question, because the county never officially turned it into a road.
Yeah.
And the person has taken that property and added it to their property and then sold that to another person. Their backyard is twice the size it was. It's not on the assessor's radar.
So it's on Kensington between Sequoia and Palm.
Yeah, I know what it is,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get a better sense of what specifically they were wanting. Like, what do we wanted to do with this
Well,
issue?
what the neighbors wanted is they wanted the fences torn down and that path put back in so people could get from Arlington over to that side and back.
Mhm.
To Kensington.
And the concern I took that to Chief Brochard myself, there was a concern that, you know, if we had a wildfire come up on the canyon side, that was the only way to get easily through to Arlington Boulevard. You know, Aqua Vista to the north, Olive to the south. And I think we counted 100 different residential areas on all the dead end streets living back there.
Yeah, it's a health and safety.
I don't know that we need to go into that now, Ronnie, I could get with you and
Yes, I'll look back into.
there's a
to see
complete
what.
package of paperwork, all of that.
It looks like a theft by that guy.
Well, I feel,
Well, that-
I don't think anybody's paying for the property at all, but it's being used.
Yeah.
And
And
also,
the parking lot.
and that car that I was complaining about is sort of
At the beginning,
avoiding getting towed because it's on that piece of property.
It's on the property or in front of it.
It's on the road.
We're not really sure, actually, to tell you the truth, this little section that he's got, I don't know, how does he know so much anyway, this dude? Yeah, it's just,
So this did come up when it first was fenced off because many neighbors didn't like that. I didn't care for it either. I was stunned when I saw it put up.
I mean,
Frank,
then you had them on the agenda at a prior meeting here, and the property owners were right here.
people who bought the property
Yeah.
and they had no idea that that's not their property.
That it seems it was never resolved.
it's never been resolved.
Yeah.
And they
And it's not
have
that-
a stance of saying, that fence isn't coming down. You're not walking through our property, but they're not paying for the properties.
Okay,
Anyway. There you go,
all right.
we unsettled,
it does need to be resolved.
that's the way they do
There's
it.
a lot of.
Someone else.
Pie, but luckily that's not like it
Yeah,
was.
Eleanor, I see your hand up. Eleanor.
Can you hear me okay? I've stepped outside because
Yep.
I was having
Yes.
trouble with the connection.
Yeah,
I
Yes.
just, I just wanted to thank you for your interest in the proposed bike trail that the Park District is planning in Wildcat Canyon Park, and wanted to just give a quick update. This is a almost 1.5 mile, very fancy competition level downhill trail with jumps and things like that, that is planned just about midway into the park, about 2 miles into the park from Alvarado, from the Alvarado entrance. And the district put together an environmental impact report scope. And the last couple of months, people have been commenting on it. A lot of people, a lot of environmental organizations. And that comment period ended on Friday. And now we will wait for a bit. But some of the comments, there were many, many comments concerned that the scope that the district had written was far more narrow than warranted by the project that they were actually describing. I recommend people go to protectwildcatcanyon.org is the Friends of Wildcat Canyon website, protectwildcatcanyon.org, where some of the comments are posted and other information about the project. There's in particular some very interesting comments by a professor at the University of California concerned. He listed 7 items that he felt the district had failed to include in its scope, ranging from the fact that the area's plan, the district's own plan, calls for that area to be a natural area and not a heavy recreation area, which this trail would be since it's intended to be competition level. There's concern about endangered species, about the stability of the land. There's been a lot of landslides, about the erosion of the land, which goes right down to Wildcat Creek, which the district right now has a project going to try to restore steelhead trout because of all of the dirt flowing into the creek. So that's all. We'll keep updating you, and again, I'm glad for your interest and refer everybody to protectwildcatcanyon.org. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eleanor. Is there, I know they closed taking information. Is there a date that report's going to be released? Or
I believe the report itself is expected to be done in the fall, early fall. And that is all I know. Other people may know more. But that's all that I know. There's still, I've been leafleting up there on weekends, and nobody knows about this proposal. And all the people who are walking with their kids and their dogs, or older people who are walking with canes, are pretty horrified about the thought of all the bikes that are going to be joining them trying to get to the bike trail. So we'll be continuing to try to inform people. And I know people have been speaking at the park board meetings, which are twice monthly.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else on that?
Well, I sent a scoping letter in and forwarded it to Michelle. Michelle, did you get that letter? I forwarded it to you, to
I got it.
John Joya, and to everyone on the board of the park and some other people. And I got a very nice note back from Supervisor Joya that said he's interested in all of the concerns of the constituents of the residents of the county, that those are included. And I also got a copy of, I think, the letter, the professor, his name is John, what is?
John Taylor.
Is it John Taylor at Berkeley? Is
Yeah.
that the person? Which is super impressive, and I'll send that to everyone on the board. I'll forward that. And it's just astounding how many people don't know about it. that this started in 2020 and that we're only finding out about it in 2025. And that there's a lot of pushback, as I think we all experienced when we had the big meeting. And if you want to see more, just go on nextdoor.com.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a pretty inflamed issue, and it didn't need to be this way.
Okay. All right. Anything else on that topic? Okay, so I would,
Well, Michelle, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get that forwarded letter that I sent you?
I did. Just one note, I am not the fire marshal.
Oh,
It was
okay.
noted, CC is the fire marshal. I am not the fire marshal.
That's the fire marshal?
I did. I
Thank you.
forwarded that to leadership. I did.
Perfect.
okay. All right, so we need to talk about a festival. Are we gonna have one this year? I did get a text from Alan, who has handled the vendors for the past couple of years. And tonight, just before we started here, he's said apologies, he hasn't spoken with Donio yet, you know, that we need to have major buy-in from the temple there. But he was suggesting either July 25th or August 1st. Those are the two Saturdays that are closest to the time frame that we usually have done these. And Alan said he's still interested and willing to organize the vendors, but that's his extent to it. As far as the property, and we had Leonard Sweet, you know, doing all of the music and all that stuff. His family is turning the house into a rental in front. His son lives in the one in the back, and they are committed to helping any way necessary to do a festival. They'll provide the electricity for, you know, music and the bands and so on. But we need to seriously look at this. Those are the two closest dates, July 25th or August 1st.
I'm very interested. I'm out of town the weekend of the 25th, but I'd love it August 1st.
Well,
I'd be in town and I'd be available.
who's going to run this? Because it's not me. I will do the permits like I've done before, but I've run this in the past. I'm not doing it again. So this is a MAC event. So MAC.
Is everybody available August 1st?
Yeah, I think so.
It's you know,
Yeah, I was just looking at when.
there are others that we need to get a hold of. I could go by and talk to people there who have helped, and they've, you know, there's other people that have been brought in to do things, and Alan as well. But we've got to get the date, and you have to have Ronnie check to make sure that that's not conflicting with other, you know, events. So what do you want to do?
I'm interested August 1st in making the teamwork.
Okay. Ronnie, do you see anything on your county calendar for August 1st?
I'm not checking with public works.
Okay.
See if there's any.
All right, that's a Saturday. So are you guys gonna decide around with it?
Mechanics and, I mean, I have shade covers and chairs.
So you've got somebody organizing the artists, you've got somebody, you're gonna handle permitting.
I will get the permits done. It takes a couple of months to.
Yeah.
To get that done, but I will take care of that piece.
So
What else is there for us to
And
do?
remember, this is a MAC sponsored event.
Yeah.
Okay,
So what is it you're looking for in particular, like?
who's going to run the festival?
Well, I think we should
All
make
day.
a group, I mean, the three of us are
We need
pretty
it,
organized, we can
no.
run it together, but I'm saying that who's gonna talk to the temple to make sure?
Alan will talk to Danya, so that's taken
Do
care of.
we have a spreadsheet of just everything that has to get done, and then we can pass it?
Yeah, we could bring it up.
We've kind of got loosely knit emails that have been used in the past. And spreadsheet with vendors. I know Alan has all of this. I wish he could have joined us here.
Well, maybe he can come next, he can come next time, we can have a
Okay,
meeting.
so for our next MAG meeting, we want to put this on the
Yeah,
agenda.
The missing link here is Leonard and his friends that play music.
Okay, well,
I have more friends that play music,
I can get a hold of,
He doesn't pay them,
I can get a hold of Dave, the major.
but you're friends with them as well.
Oh, I know.
Thanks for musicians.
But they're.
Dynamite
paying
Dave and
on
the
these
Death
things, giving musicians show up for no payment, with no payment,
Well, maybe we can have some sort of donation.
I just had a wonderful cello and harp player play at my Seroptimus event for no payment. They live in the, it's the incorporated part of Richmond Hills. I might be able to get them. And then there's a few other people that do a lot of events in the area that I could get. John Wilson, he plays like 7 different instruments. So anyway, let's get the Dave, see who he can get, and I can try to get a few more.
Okay.
You know, there's a full moon, there's an informal party that happens that always attracts a bunch of musicians. They're in El Sobrante. So maybe I can reach out to them.
Yeah. How does Pam, the Point Richmond music stuff, how does that get scheduled and done each year? I know you provide the chairs, but how do they operate?
So we have a board and we have certain people do certain jobs, like we've got somebody doing the art, the graphics, or the t-shirts, the banners, the posters. And usually, sometimes we try to find somebody in the community to do it, but usually it falls on somebody that has those skills on our board. I handle, I do a lot of the shopping for, because I'm the treasurer, I have the card. I buy all of the beverages for the beverage booth. I've backed away from the beverage booth as far as physical work, because I just can't do it anymore, and luckily, we have people that have taken over and I can trust them and they do a great job. We have a stage that we roll out. We have a volunteer coordinator that we probably 20 or 30 volunteers that show up and they sign up for different time slots. We have what else do we do? We are listening to bands right now, I don't know, like 150 of them. And only, yeah, I know, it's not a fun job.
But you pay for them.
We pay our bands somewhere between $1,200 to $2,000 top.
Wow.
For a 45-minute spot.
Are you getting money from, where are you getting money from to do this? Do
We have
apply for grants?
we're a nonprofit.
Okay.
We have sponsors that give us money, we apply for grants, and we also sell alcohol and we make money on the alcohol.
Yes.
One of the nicest things I heard music wise at the festival was the gamelan. That gamelan used to have the dance and the gamelan bells and everything. That was fantastic. I don't know if they can come back or not.
There's someone who's in the gamelan band, so I can ask him about it.
Who did it last year?
I don't think I didn't think they had it last year. It was a few years ago.
Was it through the temple? Was it through the temple?
No, it wasn't. It was a neighbor though, that's a dancer. And I think the band probably is not all local, but the dancer was, because I talked to her and she was really good too.
I know another guy, Dave Matthews out in Pinole, and he's really good at blues. He's a
Yeah, we probably hired him for a long time ago. But the other thing is public services brings us all of our garbage cans. It's an in-kind donation.
Yeah.
nice.
Mechanics Bank gives us money. Is it against the rules for MAC or the East Richmond Heights Festival to become a nonprofit?
I don't know.
No, but the process is
Long.
very long.
That would be
very
We made long.
I mean, I'm in a bunch of nonprofits, that might be a good thing for us to check.
I started the nonprofit and I don't even know how to do it.
For future reference, so that we can get donations from the community to help support this.
So we
yeah.
start our year off with $25,000 in the bank.
Oh, boy.
Big budget compared to us.
Eleanor, your hand is up. Did you have something on this?
She might have forgotten there was a.
Okay.
But yeah, we can't always get all the freebies, you know, we can do it, but
It's also nice to pay the musicians.
yeah, maybe just a token $100 each or something.
Fran, did you have any thoughts on this?
Just for their
It
gas.
sounds like maybe have a different nonprofit, I don't know that it was.
I don't think it would replace the MAC, right? I don't know if we can have both of those.
Yeah, maybe you can ask John Joya if we can do a nonprofit.
If it's just the festival that does.
For the festival, for the art and music festival.
It would have to, yeah, I used to work for Richmond Main Street, which is a nonprofit and
Yeah.
did all type of stuff in downtown. So
Yeah.
we'd have to board and go through the whole process, which is more headache than I'm sure we'd like to take on. But I can double check.
Okay.
And there might be someone in the community who wants to take it on.
Or you use the umbrella of another nonprofit.
Mhm.
Like us or Richmond Community Foundation or.
What about that group that was there, last year, the environmental group that was talking about botany and flowers and plants and all that? You remember that? I can talk to
I think
Flint.
Ronnie, we'll have to ask John about some of that, because this is in the name of Contra Costa County. That's who's getting the permit.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
and East Richmond Heights.
All right.
So
Well, anyway, you asked.
I know there's
You.
straight lines on things that you can and cannot do.
Yeah, Janet
So,
Flint.
Ronnie, we'll put that on an item for, discussion item for next month. And then in the meantime, I'll talk to Alan and Linda, a couple other people, and I'll try to see what I can find paperwork wise, because I've never gotten rid of those emails. They go back and see what we can do.
Sounds like a shared Google Drive and a spreadsheet.
Yeah, I think if we split it up, I have a lady who does face painting.
Yeah, I don't think you need somebody to run the whole thing, John.
Which sounds like
And run pieces of it.
Yeah,
and-
exactly.
but
Everybody
you
does
help
all
people get in and get located, and
We have to have.
then we have to have people also when it's tearing down and getting stuff out.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm not selling my truck.
Well, also, at some point, I know the supervisor has interns that he has, and that might be a really
I keep
amazing
hearing that. I don't
opportunity.
know, is that, Ronnie,
No, I met some of the.
is that something that we could actually back onto for help?
Yeah, I mean, I can always ask like I did last year, it's just if their schedules permit.
Yeah,
Okay,
But if it's part of their schedule,
We can't force the interns.
no, I know, but if you say, what if the opportunity is being part of running this festival and getting them involved at an earlier time, not just the day of.
or
Okay.
what an incentive would be to teach them how to run a festival.
Exactly.
and are we all in agreement pending Ronnie's check with other calendars that it would be August 1st?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, all right, so we got a date and a couple of things to do in the meantime, and then we'll have that for item for discussion, and I'll go invite all the people I know that have been there in the past. And I've got the support of Leonard's family for, you know, to that help also, so. Okay, all right,
You know, Linda was,
yes,
her mom just passed away, you know,
I know,
she was like, what, 98 or something?
no, I think she was 100.
Somewhere around
Yeah.
100, but the issue was last year, remember who made those t-shirts? Because I think she was involved in that.
I have no idea.
Well, Linda may have more time now because she's been taking care of her mother for 20 years.
Yeah.
So she lives right there and she's
Yeah, I
had.
see her time. At a time.
Yeah, she's had a booth in the past, talk to her.
Okay, all right. Okay, anything else under public discussion? Not on the agenda. Okay, would we like to adjourn?
One last thing,
Yes.
just wanna make sure we don't have a little glitch with the food truck like we had last year.
Well, we have a glitch, okay? And it wasn't a food truck. We had a person. After everyone was told, a captain who I've known a long time was up there and took pictures. And so this time, we're going to have a different food permit, and those people will probably be inspected. I don't know the details. I'll talk to Captain Lang what has to be done, but he already said, hey. And everyone was told, you cannot cook at this
I
festival.
think that's the vendor I brought.
And I don't know who it is, but they're cooking, and of course, fire department took pictures and said, okay.
Cause I didn't know.
You broke the
yeah.
rules, and I was shocked,
Yeah.
because in the past, you can prepare food and you can serve food
So
warm, but
somebody,
you cannot cook, and he was cooking.
so somebody could heat up,
Well, this,
prepare
not,
foods, like in the
we're
microwave.
not getting that anymore. We can't, because we violated the county.
So what
regulation.
can we have?
Ice cream.
We're going to have a different permit, which we're going to pay more for,
Uh-huh.
and they can cook.
Oh, I see.
But that means, so if we're getting that permit, are the different food trucks going to be paying us to be part of the?
That's a good question. We'll have to figure that part out, because and I think all the people serving food are gonna get inspected. I'm assuming that is. I need to talk to the captain.
Well,
And I can get that for the next meeting, so I can.
they should have their own permits.
Well, that was the thought, they all have their own.
Cause the vendor I invited, and I think that's the one that was cooking, had their own county permit.
But they did not have permission to cook.
But I didn't know that they didn't have.
They were all
permission to cook.
told, everyone was told.
Mm.
And
Well, now we know,
that was
now
what
we
we
can
had.
do it right.
So now we have a different way of doing it, and if we're going to have any kind of food, which obviously we're gonna want, there's another situation that has to be handled. So I will find out from Captain Lang what all, and I'm sure you can probably send it to me in writing, and then I can have that for the next meeting. And I'll let Alan know. I'll ask Alan if he could be here for the next meeting too.
Oh, that's great.
So we're gonna move ahead then.
Okay, yeah. Sounds
Okay, and in the meantime,
Teamwork makes the dream work.
he'll talk to Danya over at the temple and
Okay.
make sure that all that part of it taken care of.
Great.
Okay, so with that, is there anything else? Otherwise, anybody wanna make a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
I second that.
Okay, all right. Thank you, everybody,
Yes, thank you.
and we'll see you guys next month.